One of you has moved out. Okay, so who's going to pay the mortgage now? Who's going to pay the rent and the bills? And here's one thing that most people get wrong. It comes down to whose name is on the bill, not who's still living there. Right? Separation doesn't switch off your financial responsibility, and anything in joint names stays the responsibility of both of you until that financial order is made. Okay, I know it's a rough rule, but bills should carry on being paid the same way they were during the marriage, where that is affordable, okay, unless you have an agreement in place. The most important thing is the mortgage. Okay. If the mortgage is in joint names, you are each liable for the full amount, not half, right? It's called joint and several liability. And that is the bit that people misunderstand. It's not, oh, I only have to pay half, or I don't have to pay half because I've moved out. No, the lender can actually chase either of you for the whole amount. So if one of you stops paying, you're going to risk arrears, and that could damage both your credit scores. Worst case, they could even repossess the house. So please keep the accounts out of arrears while you guys are trying to sort things out. That is such an important one to remember. Okay. So what do I do if my ex stops paying the bills? I've moved out. What now? So first of all, try to agree things directly, or obviously go through a process like mediation. You can book for, something more focused on financial meetings, that you can sort out some interim bills so you can just avoid court. Okay. Keep a record of your payments. If you cover more than your share, that evidence will count down the line. Okay. And reckless non-payment can be taken into account when you are dividing your assets. So don't look past that. If you are financially dependent and you cannot manage, you can apply to the court for maintenance pending suit. And what that means, it's like interim spousal maintenance. So while the divorce is ongoing. Okay, so these are all things you can look into. You can find out about it in mediation, but there are options available to you. Don't just stop paying where it could harm both of you and your credit score. So this is the bit that people miss. Divorce does not automatically divide your debts. Okay, joint loans, credit cards, that stays both of your responsibility, even if your ex agrees to take one of them over. The only way to properly sever your finances is a consent order, and that'll be approved by the court. Without one, the claims can stay open indefinitely. So these are all very important points. The name on the bill decides who is liable. Joint means you are each on the hook for that full amount, right? You don't want to have to wait until the divorce is final to sort the bills out. Book a free 15-minute call with our case management team. If you want to start mediation, book a MIAM with us. You can do both of those things by clicking the links on our website. We have a wealth of resources at your disposal, so please make use of those. Like and subscribe to our channel, and we hope that this was useful.